Hi everybody. So in this video, we're going to look at simplifying surds. We're going to work through each of these examples, and then we'll try some exam style questions at the end. If you want to work along with me in this video, you can download a copy of a PDF from my website. I'll leave a link in the description below. So before we work through each of these questions, we need to understand what a surd is. Well, we should be familiar with square numbers. If we were to work out the square root of 9, we know this will be exactly plus or minus 3, because 9 is a square number. Or if we were to work out the cube root of 8, this would be exactly 2, because 8 is a cube number. 2 multiplied by itself 3 times gives us 8. But if we took the square root of a number which wasn't square, for instance, root 6, well, this is called a surd, because if you were to work this out on a calculator, then we can see that root 6 as a decimal doesn't terminate, and the digits also never repeat. So because of this, root 6 cannot be written exactly as a decimal or as a fraction, and this makes a surd irrational. So what I'm going to show you in this video is that although we can't write it as a fraction in its exact form, but what we can do is we can use square factors to simplify a surd. If we look at example A, we've got the square root of 72. Now we know that 72 can be written as 36 multiplied by 2. I've chosen 36 because 36 is also a square number. And using the rules of indices, we can split this up. We can have the square root of 36 multiplied by the square root of 2. And we know root 36 is just 6. And because this root 2 doesn't have any square number factors, we leave it in this form. So root 72 can be simplified to 6 root 2. Okay? If we look at example B, the square root of 45. Well, 45 does have a square number, which is a factor. This is 9, multiplied by 5. 9 times 5 is a 45. We can split this up as to root 9 multiplied by root 5. And we know the square root of 9 is 3. The 5 doesn't have any square number factors, so we'll write this as 3 root 5. Okay? If we look at question C, we've got the square root of 5, which we can't simplify, plus the square root of 20. But 4 is a factor of 20 and a square number, so we can write it as root 4 times 5. And then we can split this up as root 4 multiplied by root 5. And we know the square root of 4 is 2. So now we get this root 5 plus root 4, which we know is 2, root 5. We've got 1 root 5 here, plus 2 more. So in total, we've got 3 root 5. Okay? And then for part D, I'm going to write this division as a fraction. So we've got 3 root 15 divided by 3 root 5. Now you can see we can simplify this fraction. We can cancel out the 3's. Then we can divide the numerator and denominator by a common factor, which is root 5. Root 15 divided by root 5 will give us root 3. And root 5 divided by itself would give us 1. So this will simplify to make root 3. Okay? If we look at example 2, now we've got 3 root 6, and we're squaring this, so we're going to multiply it by itself. We've got 3 multiplied by 3, which we know is 9. Then we've got root 6 multiplied by itself, so this is root 6 squared. And then the root and the square will cancel. So this will give us 9 times 6, which we know is 54. For part B, root 18 times root 50. Now we could multiply the 18 by 50, but it's a lot easier to simplify each of these first. We know the square root of 18 can be written as root 9 times root 2, and the square root of 50 can be written as root 25 times root 2. The square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 25 is 5. So now we've got 3 times 5, and root 2 multiplied by itself, so root 2 squared. And again, the root and the square will cancel. So we've got 15 times 2, and this will give us 30. And then for part C, well, before we look at the square, we can simplify this fraction. So root 10 over root 5. Again, if we divide both by root 5, our numerator will give us root 2, and root 5 divided by itself would give us 1. Then if we square the root 2, we know these will cancel, and we'll just get 2. Okay? So I hope that's given you an idea on how we can simplify surds. Let's try some exam style questions. Okay, so perhaps you want to try question 1 and question 2 yourself. You can pause the video, and when you come back, we'll go through a work solution. So welcome back if you had a go. So for our first question, so we can see that the square root of 96 and the root of 8 are both divisible by root 8. So we can simplify this fraction by dividing both with root 8. So for our numerator, we get the square root of 96 divided by 8, which is 12. And for our denominator, root 8 divided by itself will give us 1. And the square root of 12 can be written as root 4 times root 3. And we know the square root of 4 is 2. So this will be 2 root 3. So k will equal 2. And then for question 2, well, the first thing we can do is simplify the square root of 18. So we've got root 5, and then root 5 plus. This root 18 can be simplified using the square root of 9 times the square root of 2. We know root 9 is 3, so we get plus 3 root 2. Then we can expand out this bracket. We've got root 5 times itself, which will just give us 5. And then root 5 times the 3 root 2. We'll have a 3, and root 5 times root 2 will give us root 10. So in this form, we can see that n will equal 5, and the m will equal 3. Okay? Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did find that helpful, please like and subscribe, and you can download the full lesson and the PDF that accompanies this video from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.